I am hungover. We went out last night for my friend Alexis's birthday.
What, y'all? This is the best chicken of all time.
And we did like a party bus that took us to Orange County, which is like an hour and a half away. And then we went to all these bars and then we had to come back, and it was literally like so fun. Also like no easier person to celebrate. She's literally the fucking best. But I got back so late, I'm so tired. So I'm announcing on my YouTube channel tomorrow, which will already be up by the time you guys see this already, that I'm moving. So I figured I would do like a vlog this week of just like me doing some little get-together, some of my like favorite things in Los Angeles, because I'm leaving in a little while. And like after this week I have to go to a wedding, and then I have to go to Oakland to see Joe's family for Thanksgiving, and then I'll be moving like I think December 1st is when my movers come. So like I figured I'll just do all the fun stuff this week because it's gonna start going really fast after this. Oh my god. Mashed potatoes for breakfast. So today I am gonna go to Santa Monica with some of my friends, Claudia and Josie included. I don't know if Josie's going to brunch, but we're gonna go to ELEPHANTE, one of my favorite restaurants in Los Angeles. And then we're gonna go after, if I make it there, to Bungalow, which I haven't been to Bungalow in a while. It's just like such a classic spot. Like definitely needs to be in my last week at LA doing fun stuff video, of course. It's like such a classic. It's annoying that it's a classic, like it's kind of annoyingly LA, but I love mashed potatoes. I need to start getting ready because I need to call an Uber somewhat soon. Let's do it. Here's my outfit today. Here is the under part of my outfit. So we've got the shorts from Glassons. This tank top is from Zara. I have a million of these in so many different colors. I got this jacket from ZINQUE. It's so cozy. I think the high is 70 today, so I feel like this should be good for like when I'm in the shade. And then I've got my shoes on from Bellini.
In the lab, Doctor. Let me tell you.
Oh my god, the horn. No, I did not wash my makeup off last night. I got home at 11:30 and it literally felt like 2 a.m. I will say it was daylight savings time, I think, yesterday. So it really was like midnight, 12:30, but still, Jesus Christ. I died. I just posted my I'm moving video, and it's so funny because I get like 90% of people are like, oh, I'm so excited, or like people will DM me and be like, oh my god, I chose to move in with my husband this many years ago and it was just like the best decision I ever made. And then I would say like 10% of people are like, don't do it. Don't leave. I do want to say I'm going to talk about this more in my podcast episode about it, which you guys will see by now, I think. And I'm going to discuss more about leaving LA like at length there and kind of our plans. But that's Note to Self by Payton Sartain. You can get on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, by the way. One, I'm leaving LA, yes. If I was single, I would still be leaving LA. I might not be moving where we're moving, but I would definitely be leaving, I think. I feel like I've just been like craving like a new adventure kind of. And when I moved out to LA, I felt like so called here, like genuinely, I feel like I was just supposed to be here. And now I just feel like kind of called away from it. It is going to be hard, and I mean, it would be hard if I was moving and I was single and whatever too, obviously, because I love Los Angeles and it means so much to me that I've been able to have the freedom to become myself in a city like this in my 20s. But anyways, yeah, I'd be moving anyways, so that's the first thing. Second, for Joe's off season, we wanted to be smart with like money, and where we chose to move into a specific place because of money at the end of the day. And I actually chose where we are living in the off season. I'm moving for him, and I'm gonna move with him and live with him for 6 months of the season when he's in DC. But the other half of the year, I will be living in the place that I chose. So with him too, he's also living there. So it kind of feels like a compromise. I definitely wanted to say that because some people are like, oh my God, you're changing your whole life for this guy. I'm like, I would be changing my life anyways, but also he is compromising with me for a large part of it too. So it's not all about Joe. It's definitely about me too. So I'm laying here naked, standard. I'm about to order some food, I think. And I told Josie that I would go meet her near kind of where she lives, more up north, for food later. So we might go into like the Westlake area. Anyways, I might just like lay here for another couple hours. I ordered myself some lunch, or like brunch. It's from Organico. This is completely melted, but it is a ice blended vanilla latte, I would assume. I have oat milk in this, and it has like whipped cream on it. I'm so excited. I customized a little breakfast quesadilla. It looks so bomb. Okay, this has scrambled eggs, cheese, more cheese, bell peppers, and tomatoes. And then I got spicy salsa. And here is the blended thing, but I'm gonna have to like stir it. Also, don't talk to me about the fact that I just put this jacket on, so I could go to the door and get this freaking stuff. I'm so excited. I've just been laying in bed watching TikTok, so let's do some more of that. I'm gonna wash my sheets today anyway, so I might just use this in my bed. We'll see. I changed clothes and I decided I'm gonna sit out here in the living room. It feels like I have my stuff together a little bit more when I sit out here, even though I'm just gonna watch TikToks like I was doing in the bed, but yeah. Okay, I'm basically wearing the same, not the same thing I was wearing yesterday. I'm wearing the same jacket though, with a white tank underneath. But I have to go because it's gonna take me an hour to get over to Josie's like area. So let's get on the move. I think I'm gonna do like a nice, lovely, cathartic, music blasting drive up there because I just need that today. My anxiety's through the roof. Not only because like you're just standard Sunday anxiety, but like I also laid in bed all day, which I told myself I would let myself do today because I never do that, and now I'm just anxious about it. So let me just figure that out in the next hour. Just walked up to Starbucks and got myself my coffee. Lately I've been getting venti cold brew. I asked them to do half cold brew, half almond milk, and 2 Stevens in there. It is truly one of my pet peeves though when someone puts 5 cubes of ice in here and I'm just like, it's melted already. So that's not really helpful at all. I got some mail. I actually got a lot of mail. This is part of my Pros order. I am trying out some new hair stuff. I've heard really good things about Pros, but I ordered a ton of stuff and then like shampoo, conditioner, a hair mask, pre-hair mask, and this hairbrush. So let's see what it looks like. Okay. Wow. This is my, what is it called? Boar and nylon bristle brush. I do have a code for them, so I'll leave it below, but this is the first product I've actually gotten my hands on. I'm so excited. I actually really needed like a nice brush, but I've been too lazy and just like, it's so random, just go buy like a nice brush. So, here we are. I got some lashes from House of Lashes. The way that I found this brand is I literally just Googled like the most natural lash possible. I am such a noob and like I need a starter lash, right? So I was like, I'm gonna go buy some from House of Lashes because I want them to have truly like literally 5 little hairs on them. Like that's the max I'm gonna start with right now. So we've got the Wispy Mini, she's a natural, and it's a look. What I like about these is that the little like lash line thing is like super, super, super thin because I don't wear a ton of eyeliner on top of my eyes. And then I got this adhesive eyeliner for the one with. All right, so my lash journey begins here, my girls. Okay, so now I need to get to work. I'm trying to decide if I want to take myself to do something LA-ish tonight, and I'm not sure. We already did Elephante in the bungalow. I'm gonna try to find more footage of bungalow because it's one of my favorite places to go, and I don't remember if I actually recorded anything because I was just like drunk. But that would be a good representation of what you should do if you visit and you are hanging out on the west side. Ideal day is Elephante and then going to bungalow or somewhere like that over there. What do I want to do today? Do I want to go drive over to Malibu perhaps? Or I could go to Pilates later? I need to record podcasts like right now. Maybe today I'll go over to West Hollywood. Seems like a lot, but there's some really good places to eat over there. I could definitely do like a Jones on 3rd moment. I haven't had Jones in a while actually. That might be kind of nice. Let me get to recording and we'll see how I feel this afternoon. And I think it's gonna be a really interesting and fun city to explore. I also really love the surrounding areas. Okay, so some notes on Los Angeles. While we're talking about cities, it's always the people who wanted to move here and like get famous on Instagram for like immediately without really doing that much work, who wanted to be like hanging out in the Hollywood Hills all the time and going to the parties and hanging out with all the celebrities. It's always those people that are like, ew, LA sucks. Okay, so just finished that episode about not only like why I'm moving in with Joe and like the reasoning behind it, but also like talked a little bit about maintaining independence in a relationship, even like as you are moving in with someone, and just like having good boundaries and things like that, like kind of my goals when it comes to that. I just kind of talked about like my like thought process and my plan going into that, and more about like my background on just like hyper independence and like having to teach myself how to be a little bit more dependent or allow someone to like show up for me in a relationship. So anyways, we talked about that. So if that's something that you are going through, or if you struggle with that, or if it just resonates, that episode will be up for you by the time this video goes live. So today we're gonna do a different kind of my favorite thing living in LA. If you guys have been watching my channel lately, this looks like pretty much my every single day life. We're gonna do my downtown ideal day, my standard day downtown. So I'm gonna order myself Sweetgreen, obviously, and I'm gonna order it to my office. And we're gonna have a very standard downtown LA Payton day, which is who you've been seeing more recently, though this version of me hasn't always existed here. I've lived in a couple different places. I've liked a couple different kinds of vibes around Los Angeles, but today is our downtown LA Payton day. We recorded podcast. We did some work this morning in standard form. I have my undone laundry on the bed, and I'm not allowing myself to do that right now because I have to work, and this is for later. I'm also not gonna clean this up or that up, which is a disaster, until later. I have to work. I hate getting distracted by this stuff. So let's order some Sweetgreen and let's go to the office. Should I tell y'all what I get for my Sweetgreen, or do y'all already know at this point? All right, I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm gonna have Jordan put it up on the screen here. So I always order my Sweetgreen in the app, and I'm going to have it delivered to my office building. We're going to do romaine and quinoa as the base. And I always customize, by the way, because I'm very particular about what I like, and I just want exactly what I like. So that tells you a little bit about me. I want it to be perfect and exactly what I want to eat.
I don't want to struggle through eating one ingredient that I don't like. Okay, so we've got our romaine and we've got our quinoa. I'm gonna do cilantro. I'm going to do onion and 2 orders of spicy broccoli. Then I'm gonna do tomatoes, steelhead for the protein, and I'll put some avocado in there as well. And then I always do lime, cilantro, jalapeno, vinaigrette. Then I do also red chilies and lemon. So I'm gonna order that, and we need to go walk over to the office. I'm home and we have a delivery. Obviously, I had to include ZINQUE label in my favorite things in LA. I also wanted to note my last vlog I had go up, not the last one, but the one before it. I brought my boyfriend around LA to do a few of the just like standard, kind of annoyingly stereotypical things to do in Los Angeles. So I'm gonna link that video below too, because that was kind of like weekend version of this, even though yesterday was weekend version too. Anyways, I needed to have ZINQUE because I ordered this a lot. This is what the label looks like. So it's brown rice, 2 different types of cheeses. One of them is Parmesan, I don't know what the other one is. I get the egg white frittata in this one, avocado, tomato. Their tomatoes are so good. They've got like pepper on this, and then they have a spicy mayo. And usually it comes with arugula too, but I don't like arugula, so I get no arugula, and then I asked for extra rice. Because the arugula kind of like makes the bowl look like bigger and more dense. Guys, I don't think they gave me extra rice. I'm gonna be really sad because that means I'm gonna finish this in 5 seconds. I don't know, maybe it takes a little extra. Now I'm gonna watch You on Netflix because I think I'm a couple episodes until I'm done with the last season that just came out. It took me a little while to get ready. Honestly, just washed my hair real fast, and we're not putting any makeup on or anything today. I'm gonna let this air dry, but we gotta go over to Jones because it's probably gonna close in like 2 hours, and I don't know how long it's gonna take to get over there. So let's go to West Hollywood, Gills. I drove over to the farmer's market, which is close to Jones, and I'm gonna go in, maybe get some tea or like a decaf latte or something. I love the farmer's market. So I actually, when I first lived in LA, when I was interning out here in college, I lived directly across the street from like the Grove and the farmer's market out here. And then I also used to work at this place. I'll show you at the front of it. I was a hostess for like 3 weeks. That's how long I lasted, because all these creepy dudes would come by, and like there's some guys who, like, when I say guys, I mean like creepy old men who hang out at the farmer's market and like at the Grove, and they would always come by and talk to me, and I had to be nice to them because like I was working. And that tiny little 3 weeks of having to be nice to men outside of this stupid fucking restaurant made me realize that service industry people deserve everything in the world, and they need to be running the world, and they have a level of patience that I just can't, I respect. I just don't know. I don't know how. You're better than me. I literally, like, being nice to these men, I literally was just like, also the guy who owned the restaurant would like have his friends come by and like tell them it was okay to talk to us. And I'm like, first of all, imagine just like creepy old men in general, and then imagine creepy old men who like hang out at the farmer's market because they have nothing else to do. Disgusting. I'll show you the place though. It's not open anymore, obviously, because like what kind of business practices are those? Okay, this is the restaurant I was a hostess at for 5 seconds. It is a different restaurant now. It's called the Market Tavern. I'm sure it's great, but it used to be a German restaurant. Blech. I'm continuing to record on my phone because I think I left my camera in my car. I guess we'll see in a second. But I'm gonna show you guys today's outfit. Cute. So these tops, I live in these freaking button downs. Don't mind all the trash. I live in these button downs. I get most of them from Zara. I just get like the largest size they have. Love them. This jumpsuit is from Super Down from Revolve. This is one of my favorite brands on Revolve because it's ultra affordable, and I think everything's like pretty well made for the price. Especially makes me look like I have like a shape to my body, which is great because I am like straight most of the time. I've got on these shades from Reality, and then I've got my Dior bag from Modelux. And for those of you who don't know Modelux, I actually wear stuff from them all the time. They sell brand new designer for like super discounted. I don't know if I just told you about my dunks, but I got my dunks on too. I freaking love these. So today, the last day of the vlog, I'm going to a quick event. I'm going to the Aloe Winter House. Then we're gonna go to one of my favorite restaurants in LA. This is a restaurant that when my friends come in town, it's the first place they wanna go, usually for like lunch and brunch. It's a place I used to go to when I was visiting LA before I ever moved to Los Angeles because it just feels really fancy and like, just like such a thing. Somehow, obviously probably because she's not a tourist, but Josie has never been to this place because she's like from like Ventura, which is a little bit north of Los Angeles. So she has not needed to be like a tourist or anything like that. I will let y'all know where we're going when we get there a little bit later. It'll be like a little mini surprise. Between this last weekend, like the last vlog I had when I had Joe in town for the weekend, and this vlog, this is a lot of like the things that I would tell people to do if they were visiting LA. A few other things that I feel like I would tell y'all to go do perhaps is if you want to see like the Bachelor, Bachelorette types, or like reality show stars, or sometimes on very slim occasions, famous people, go to Craig's. There's also a lot of like influencers that go there. The Nice Guy is really nice too for dinner or like drinks after dinner, like a late dinner for sure. That's owned by the same people who own Delilah, and Delilah I went to last weekend. I wish I could have had more like video from there, but they don't let you take photos or videos in Delilah, so unfortunately I could not do that in the last vlog. I love the Beverly Hills Hotel, going to the Polo Lounge. It's like so fucking expensive, like ridiculously expensive. They have pretty good brunch out by the pool there, but be expecting to spend a lot of money, but it is kind of like a kitschy LA thing to do. Jelena and Venice is a classic to me. As far as stay, I really like location wise, if you're visiting again, Kimpton Lapeer Hotel. That's actually right, like really close to Craig's. They've got a good restaurant in there too. They've got a bar, and I think they have like a rooftop. It's called Olivetta maybe. It's like kind of popular. What else? The One Hotel is really nice. Beverly Hills Hotel is really nice. Obviously it's expensive. Hotel Bel Air is fucking gorgeous. Again, expensive. The Edition Hotel is really nice here. It's on Sunset. The Sunset Tower Hotel is really nice here. I did, that was in one of my vlogs, my like staycation vlog, which is also a pretty recent vlog. I will say none of those are like affordable, would I say. Some of them are way more expensive than others, but those are like the places I would want to stay if I was here. Squishy girls. So I'm about to go heat up some pasta. I took half of Josie's pasta home for dinner, so I'm about to have that. I'm so hungry, and there's nothing like a classic fusilli, especially from the freaking Ivy. So the Ivy, I showed you guys, one of my favorite places, and I noticed and I realized when I was sitting there at the Ivy today how full circle that is, especially to be the last place that I show you guys and my like favorite things to do in Los Angeles video. Because when I was younger, before I even moved to LA, I would visit the Ivy, and there was one like very particular time when I went with one of my best friends from college, Laurel, who some of you guys might know. That's my friend's wedding I went to. She's one of my best friends. She interned in LA before I did, actually, and I came out to visit her, and we made a whole day of going to the Ivy because we really wanted to go there, and we both love it so much. And we were young, 21, and we had no idea like how much champagne cost. We both got a glass of champagne that was $75. That will live in infamy in my head. But I remember specifically sitting there, and we both were like, oh my gosh, everyone's so fabulous here. Like, look at them, like all these LA people living their lives, like what a dream. And I realized when I was sitting there were some younger girls sitting somewhat close to us at the beginning of lunch, and I was just like, whoa. If I saw me, if 21-year-old me saw 27-year-old me, almost 28-year-old me next month, I wouldn't believe this. If I could just sit next to myself at the Ivy and look at me and say, hey, by the way, you graduate from A&M, after you intern out in LA, you create a blog where you start writing about recipes, and then you move to Los Angeles and you start that blog full time, and it actually ends up working out for you, by the way, and you 4.5 years later meet a man that you fall in love with who plays Major League Baseball, who you go move in with after you spend in LA for like 5.5 years and made a really good living for yourself. And by the way, you're going to be at the same exact place, taking one of your best friends out to lunch. You know, when I was 21, I could not afford that meal. Like, my parents had to give me money for that. You're taking your best friend, one of your best friends here in Los Angeles, out to lunch because she's agreed to be in your YouTube video and in your podcast episode. So you're taking her out to the lunch that you could not afford right now at 21. I'm like sitting there just like having a fucking moment. It's honestly brilliant that I didn't cry, because I almost did. There's a part of me that's always going to be here, I'm so happy to have spent my 20s like becoming myself in the city. And I just was thinking about like 21-year-old me today all day, like, whoa, this is crazy. But I've done mostly everything I came here to do. I recently signed with one of the biggest agencies in what I do, which I never thought that would ever happen to me. And I have some really big news coming with the podcast soon. If everything works out, but I don't want to say anything too soon, which is just another huge thing. And I'm happy that I could record this week and show you guys, you know, some of my favorite things to do here in LA and share with you some of the most amazing people that I've met here. And then next week's video, I'm sharing with y'all where I'm moving to, or where at least Joe and I are moving to in his off season, so for half of the year. So make sure you are subscribed, make sure that you like this video. If you like these LA spots, go ahead and comment below if you guys have anything that you like have to do in LA. Like, be nice to me, because you know I'm just trying to be like accommodate tourists and things like that and people who don't necessarily live here. So don't come in my freaking comments being like, this place sucks, I hate it, it's so touristy. Yeah, no shit, that's the point, okay? So comment below if you guys have anything where you're like, you know, people who visit have got to go here, whether it's amazing food or just like the scene or like whatever it is, something unique to Los Angeles. The new podcast episode is going up tomorrow, so it'll be up by the time you guys see this video. Make sure you're subscribed so you guys can see where I'm headed to next on Sunday, next Sunday, and I will see you guys in the next video.